Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to today's speaking tips. It's pre-recorded, don't worry, I still love you. I wanted to talk about filler words today. That's going to be the tip today. We'll go for it, don't worry. Let's say hi to everyone. Hi to everyone on Instagram, on Facebook, on the Zoom call. Welcome everybody. Sit down, get yourself a drink, my love, and just get cozy, all right? So there is a free gift I give to everyone who's on the mailing list. It's a template with some free speaking tips. I would love for you to join it. I'll tell you how to get onto the mailing list at the end of this video. A little bit about me. My name is Leighanne I. I'm a voiceover and speaking coach. I know you're like, oh, what's that? Okay, so a voiceover is I do work where I give my voice for audiobooks, podcasts, adverts, explainer videos, etc. Then as a speaking coach, I help women to speak more effectively in business negotiations, in the corporate sector as well, and just all parts of their life, basically. Do have a few amazing male clients as well, but I mainly help women to gain confidence when they speak in business, okay? So that's who I am. Now, I want to talk about filler words. Now, you might be like, what's filler words, Leighanne? So filler words are words like, mm, I have a few myself where I might say, kind of like, so some filler words are actually words, some of them are sounds. There's a difference, okay? So it's really common just even talking for people to use filler words, okay? So it could be words like I use the word okay. I think you might have just heard one of my filler words there. So it's more natural when you're talking with your friends, you'll use filler words like okay, I'm not sure, okay, I remember one of my school teachers used to always use this, make this noise, all the time, and now I know it's a filler word. So these can make you feel more at ease, like it's a bit of a natural conversation, but you've got to be very careful if you're going to be like a speaker, whether for a training event or you're doing some presenting, or you're reading, I don't know, a voiceover piece for where you get a script for that. You want to make sure you're not totally focused on what it is you don't know, because you use filler words when you're not sure what to say next, or if your next line can just land as powerfully. And that's why you use filler words to kind of give you a chance to really think, can I put this next word or this next question in right now? That's why you use filler words. But if you ways to avoid people just focus on the filler words, just know your subject. When you're not sure what to say, you're going to use a filler word. Just be quiet. Just don't say anything, because that stops the filler word from coming out. And also, what I would say as well is, okay, there's other ways as well you can kind of stop the filler words coming out. Be silent, okay, and then as well, I want to go to this other tip is, there's different techniques and ways you can stop filler words. Know your subject well, practice it in front of 1 or 2 people, and then as well, practice it in the size, almost similar to what you're going to do, and go, and I say all the time, record yourself, watch yourself back. How do you look? Do you smile? Are your hands going all crazy? Watch yourself back. Share the video with a speaking person who you trust, or in one of those Facebook pages where they talk about speaking all the time. Share what it is that you're doing and ask for feedback, because feedback is going to help you improve. So to reduce the ums and the ahs and the kind of noises and stuff, I say practice, go to improv classes, because that's when you can start thinking on your feet. Join Toastmasters. Just Google these on meetup.com or Eventbrite, and then you can find your local improv classes or Toastmasters. These are when you can get to talk about topics, get comfortable talking. Some people are not great speakers, so they're just not used to hearing their own voice out loud. You know what I mean? So it gets you comfortable with speaking in front of people, getting feedback, how to improve, taking the feedback, refining it into what you're trying to say and stuff. And with sometimes ums, ahs, and sounds come in, you need to focus on the content and the delivery at the same time. So focus on knowing what you know about the content, right? And then delivering it like you're talking to your friend, because that will probably reduce the amount of ums and ahs and stuff. Because as I said, those sounds often come in when you're not sure what you're going to say next, or if it's right to say the next thing, okay? And just know your stuff, or know your stuff. Know whatever it is you're talking about, whether it's from maths or cooking or food or dancing, just know your stuff. Because when you know your stuff, you don't need the filler words, because it's so much full of all the content and the expertise that you're delivering. Do you see what I'm saying? And of course, just go back and watch go back and watch through my videos and you'll see I use filler words. I'm not really bothered. It doesn't really take away from what I'm saying. I use filler words. I'm not saying don't use filler words like you're a robot, like you can't use them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying being careful that your whole talk or your whole speech or your whole training or whatever it is not dominated by the filler words, because people will only remember that, okay? So go through my videos. You can see how the ones that I use, and does it really stop the power of what it is I'm trying to share? And you'll see it doesn't. You'll see it doesn't. So I'm not saying don't use filler words. I'm just saying be careful that they don't take over everything that you're going to say. That's what I wanted to say about filler words, okay? Now, before we go, I want to do 2 questions that came in on the Facebook group, okay? So first question, everybody ready? Drum roll. Okay, so how do I deal with stage fright? Now, this is key. Stage fright is real because you feel fearful of like, what am I going to say? Will I say it wrong? Will these people understand? Will they get the joke? Will they understand the content? There's so many things that go on, like so many woo-woo-woo-woo-woos going on in your mind. And stage fright is both mental and physical. It's real. It's real. I think it's great to have it because you can use it as a stand to like, okay, this is how I'm feeling. I know my stuff. I've practiced it. Leighanne told me, keep practicing, get advice, get feedback and stuff, and then refine, you know. And the more you know your material, the more poised and secure you'll be. Because sometimes stage fright comes in thinking, oh my gosh, I can't remember. Can I say it like this? There's that fear that can sometimes come in. But if you know your stuff and you've practiced it and you've kind of, you know, kind of really spoken about and really been, you've just been really secure about it all, nothing is going to stop you from, you're not going to let stage fright stop you from delivering, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So, and I say like, so the mental side, this can kind of go back to this imposter syndrome. And I want you to go to the podcast, which is coming out in September, one with Marissa Bailey-Clements. And this one, she talks about this imposter syndrome. Sometimes you get stage fright because you let that imposter syndrome come to you. And she gives you a very good hack, a good tip on how to just manage that imposter syndrome. Listen to the podcast on Spotify or iTunes, whichever platform you listen. Look for Leighanne's voice and you'll find it. And the one with Marissa Bailey-Clements, that's the one you need to listen to if you suffer from stage fright, because you're probably having an effect of the imposter syndrome coming up on you, okay? So that's the mental part. You've got to really manage what's going on in your head. What thoughts are you telling yourself? Tell yourself great thoughts. I can do this, you know? And on the physical side, because stage fright can make you feel a bit tense, make your shoulders kind of go up, stretch, do press ups, jogs, do star jumps. Do whatever gets your body to relax, whether it means just quietly just meditating or something for 5 minutes or playing classical music, something. Do something that's going to get your body to really just relax, get in relaxed mode, because relaxed speakers will sound better than those that are kind of all uptight, can't breathe and stuff. Get the blood flowing. That's what I'm saying to you. Relax, get the blood flowing. Second question, yeah? I hope that one answered that one. Let me know if you need more. DM me. Second question. How do I make a webinar or conference call more lively? Well, it's not all easy because, you know, like on a online call or conference call, you just got head and shoulders, you know. So, and it's not always the most engaging conversation unless you're a hands person kind of thing. So you have to work extra hard. You've got to come with like, you usually talk like 80%, you've got to come with like 110% energy, because the camera cuts down half of all your energy because you're sitting down. Try standing up. That might even help, you know. Increase your energy, quicken the pace, raise the volume, put everybody else on mute, sit or stand. I think that's really great. And I think just get your positioning right as well on the camera. Some people can be kind of off or whatever, but just make sure that you're in center. People can see you. And everything's got to be 110. Your energy, your smile, your look, your hands, you've got to just go there, because the camera takes off a lot of what you do in a regular presentation, okay? And of course, those are the 2 questions. If you have more, DM me. Feel free to get hold of me, because I do like to answer questions so I can feel that I'm serving you the best way. Stay in touch. I hang out on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. I love a bit of TikTok. Do you know what I'm saying? And of course, I really want to just direct you to my website, www.leighannesvoice.com. And why I tell you this is that if you want to improve your speaking, I really want to encourage you, start being a storyteller. You're like, oh, what's the connection? the greatest speakers, Oprah Winfrey, Joanna Lumley, Matthew McConaughey, Denzel Washington, they use storytelling to use in part of their speaking technique. And if you want to raise your game, you want to make sure you can improve the way you speak at work, at home, to your family, when you're out trying to do an interview, online training, all of these things. Start using storytelling techniques so that you can improve the way you speak. And I go through all of these different things in the course that I've got on my website. And I would love you to go onto the website, click the speaking tips shop, and I'll go through different things on that course about like poise, posture, timing, using a good hook, tension, breathing, variation, speed, just a whole lot of different things, that techniques that great speakers use. And you can try before you buy, because you can see the free video up top and see a couple of the free samples that I give. And just really, if you know it's time to raise your game in speaking, you're tired of like not being able to communicate, you're tired of being passed over for jobs because you know it's the way you're expressing yourself, then please go onto the website. It's not going to cost you nothing to go on the website. Check it out. You can see the free sample and see what else the whole course contains. Go onto it, click join the mailing list. I give out free tips every single week about how to improve the way you speak, and you get exclusive access to giveaways before everybody else. Like, who don't want to improve the way they speak? It's going to help you in all areas of life. It's the only way in life how you communicate to people, by speaking. So if you know it's a thing that you want to improve, then please join the mailing list and check out the free course on my website, Leighanne's Voice. All right, so great speaking to you today. Thank you everyone who joined on Facebook, on Instagram, on the Zoom call as well. It's just been so great, and I'm going to see you next week. And please DM me if you've got any questions about how to improve your speaking, and I'm here to help you. So bye-bye everyone on Instagram, on Facebook, on the Zoom. I'll see you next week.